Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. Today I'm going to tell you a story. A story that will make you wonder whether we are living in a democracy. A story that will make you wonder whether we should live in a democracy or is monarchy better? Monarchy, you bend down to one king. How many people are we bending down in a democracy? So today's story will make you wonder whether monarchy is better than democracy. Let's get right into the show and let's just talk about this story. So there was this judge called Justice Gaurang Kanth. He was the judge of Delhi High Court. Justice Gaurang Kanth lost his dog and he wrote a letter to the Joint Commissioner of Police, Delhi. Now I'll tell you, as far as ranking is concerned, who a Joint Commissioner of Police is. You see, when an IPS officer joins in, he joins in as obviously a probational officer, then an ASP, Assistant Superintendent of Police, Superintendent of Police, Senior Superintendent of Police, and then he becomes a IG, Inspector General of Police. Then he becomes a Special IG after that. After that, he becomes an Additional Director General of Police and then a Director General of Police. So a Special IG and sometimes ADG. This is when he or she becomes a Joint Commissioner of Police. So in police hierarchy, it's almost the top job. So our justice lost his dog and he wrote this letter to the Joint Commissioner of Police. I will read this letter out to you. So the letter he writes is as follows. He writes to the Joint Commissioner of Police Security, Delhi Police, and he says, I am writing this letter with a lot of pain and anguish due to the lack of devotion and incompetence on the part of the officers providing security in my official bungalow. I have lost my pet dog. In spite of repeatedly telling them to keep the door locked, the security officials deputed at my residence have failed to comply with my directions and carry out their professional duty. Such dereliction of duty and incompetence needs immediate attention, as the same can cause grave danger to my life and liberty. Such callous in carrying out their duties by the said security personnel may cause any untoward incident at my residence, and I fear my security. Not manning the gate and lack of devotion in keeping a check on the moment and ingress and egress from the gate of my residence is intolerable. I will request you to immediately suspend the officers who are unbecoming of a government servant and carrying out a thorough investigation regarding the aforementioned issue, which could have been a grave threat to my life and my family's life. An action taken report in this regard shall be submitted within 3 working days from today. He lost his dog and he's angry about it. He's pained about it. Fair. Dog is man's best friend. And one does get pained when one loses one's pet. You know why am I talking about this today? I'm talking about this today is because a court is capable to take suo motu cognizance to things which are happening around it. A judge has that right. Hundreds of people died in Manipur. Which court, which judge took cognizance? Did any judge write to the Chief Minister of Manipur and said that I want report in 3 days? Or suspend the officers who have been inactive? Did any judge write that? I will give you some facts and figures and then I will get further. You see, in 2016, according to NCRB, in 2016, there was a total of 88,008 kidnapping and abduction. 88,008 people were kidnapped and abducted. In 2017, 95,893 people were kidnapped and abducted. In 2018, 1,05,734 people were kidnapped and abducted. In 2019, 1,05,037 people were kidnapped and abducted. In 2020, 84,805 people were kidnapped and abducted. In 2021, 1,01,707 people were kidnapped and abducted. A lot of it happened in Delhi too. A lot of these kidnapping and abduction. How many times this judge has suo moto written to the Joint Commissioner of Police saying that this kidnap has happened, this abduction has happened. It's a child, it's a woman. Report in 3 days. Suspend the officers. How many times he has written? The question that I ask tonight is, in the garb of democracy, we elect and we pay to create a judiciary, to create a legislature, to create a executive. And if you look at it, all these three, they later on rule over us. They become our monarch. This is the foundation of democracy. This foundation changes into multiple monarchy. I am saying multiple monarchy is because in a monarch-driven state or a dictator-driven state, you have to just fall in the feet of one man or one woman. Fall at her feet or his feet, and that's it. But in a state like this, right from a local municipal corporator of yours, to a local session court judge of yours, to a local police inspector in your police station, from him to the topmost person, we have to fall at every person's feet. This judge thinks that he is entitled. His dog got lost, so his family and his own life is in danger. If we would have prayed to him saying that, my Lord, my dog got lost, so I need security outside my house because my life is in danger, he would have thrown our petition out of the window, saying that, what crap are you talking about? Wouldn't he? But when it comes to him, he has the power, and in our taxpayers' money, those people have to be suspended, and possibly what? He has to be given an answer as to why his dog got missing. Possibly Delhi police will put the entire police force behind that dog, and somewhere down the line, a child who is lost, a child who is kidnapped, they will not have enough people to send to rescue that child. And all this happening with our tax money. And all this happening with our vote. See, this is not the first case. There was 6 days back, there was another case that a judge, he was not served well. He was not happy with the service in the train. So he wrote to the regional head, railways. Why is he not happy? Why is service not provided? Justice Chandrachud gave a very good reply to that. Justice Chandrachud said that protocol facilities which are made available to judges should not be utilized to assert a claim to privilege, which sets them apart from society or as a manifestation of power or authority. A wise exercise of judicial authority, both on and off the bench, is what sustains the credibility and the legitimacy of the judiciary and the confidence which the society has in its judges. I mean, the Chief Justice spoke very well, which he normally does. He is a very, very, very well articulated person. But how much of this actually happens? How much of this is actually executed on ground? What happens to such judges who says, "Mera kutta gum gaya"? I remember one politician in Uttar Pradesh had sent police searching for his buffaloes. I remember that. And now he's a judge. And that's my point. These are the pillars of democracy. And this is how they're utilizing democracy. This is how they're utilizing democracy. The reason I want to tell this story is not to put down this judge, or that's not my intention, or to put down the judiciary. That's definitely not my intention. The reason I'm telling you this story is because till such time that you and I do not understand our rights, our powers, the fact that we are the taxpayers These are supposed to be people serving us, protecting us, not ruling us. Till such time that we don't understand it, this is going to only increase in our country. A way an IAS officer, an administrative officer treats a person who comes to visit him is like he's treating a servant. Most often than not, he doesn't even have the courtesy to make a person sit in front of him. I have seen police officers, when they walk into a lift, they don't allow others to get into that lift. They go. I have seen places where there are walkways, where there are staircases, where only police officers can walk, others cannot. When is this going to end? And you know what? And all these people are paid by us. All these people are paid by us.
क्या मतलब 20 और 30 रुपया का ये बिस्कुट ही दे सकते हैं?
अच्छा, ये जो तालियां भी बजा रहे हैं, इस मांग का कोई अंत है? 20 और 30 रुपए का बिस्तर भी दे सकते हैं, कल को जीन पैंट भी दे सकते हैं, परसों को सुंदर जूते क्यों नहीं दे सकते हैं, नर्सों को वो नहीं कर सकते, और अंत में जब परिवार नियोजन की बात आएगी तो निरोध भी मुफ्त में ही देना पड़ेगा, है ना?
You see, they are not going to get ashamed, or they are not going to have their conscience all of a sudden woken up and say that no, I am a public servant, I would like to be one. That's not going to happen. You have to make it happen. You are the one who can talk about it. You are the one who can make this change. We can get this change, and that's precisely why I'm telling you this story. That's precisely why I'm telling you this story. And I'm urging you, share this story with people. Share this story with people. And I'm urging you to write your comments below. I want to know what you feel. Let the world know what you feel. Let the world know what you feel. Oof, that said, I have a very interesting interview. I took a very interesting interview of a senior journalist from Kerala called M. Srikumar. Srikumar has been on the field for last 3 decades. He's been covering Kerala. And he understands Kerala, the social fabric of Kerala, better than most of the people I know. I spoke to him. I wanted to find out from him as to what happened in Kasaragod on Tuesday, when those Muslim League, youth Muslim League members, they were chanting anti-Hindu slogan and they were threatening Hindus. Why did that happen? I wanted to know, what is love jihad? Is love jihad actually happening in Kerala? I wanted to know whether is the secular fabric of Kerala getting destroyed. And I've got some fabulous answer from him. Fabulous answer from him. Candid, real and fabulous answers from him. I would request you, please watch that episode. It's aired today. It's aired at 8 o'clock, I guess, today. So earlier to this program. So do watch that interview. Till I see you next time, that's tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Namaskar.